Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Happy Light Being. I've been gone for a while, lifing, as they say, life be lifing, but I'm back. And I thought I would pull some cards on the energy of our recent full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. I started feeling those energies probably about maybe 2 weeks before the actual event of March 25th. Um, what I noticed is I felt like I was pulling back, but also pushing myself in to different things. So I feel this, it was like a tug and a pull type of energy, um, which really coincides with Libra energy because it's about trying to find that balance, trying to find a way to be in alignment, right, with what's better for you. So I would definitely say that Libra energy, which I am, was working overtime. Also, when I started thinking about the eclipse and I started looking at the meaning of an eclipse, right? What does it really mean to go through an eclipse? Because a lot of people, they get fearful about it. And I think, as I started really looking at it, something, Spirit speaks. And it came to me and it was like, an eclipse is about, it's like a shadow, right? So, when you're walking down the street and you have a shadow, and sometimes it's in front of you, and sometimes it's behind you, and sometimes it's on the side of you, right? And I think we should treat these eclipse energies the same way. I think that if we look at it as shadow energy, right? Something we need to go back and, so like if the shadow is behind you, you have to go back and fix something or acknowledge something or adjust something in your past, right? But if your shadow is in front of you, then you have to clear the way to move forward. You have to clear some things so that you can move forward, right? Which is actually the principle of Sankofa. Go back and fetch it to bring it forward to help you, right? And then if your shadows are on the side of you, right, depending on where the sun is hitting the moon, right, then I think that's just about being in alignment, trying to bring a balance of these two sides. And that's how I see this energy right now. Very balancing energy that is going to help us bring ourselves more into alignment and definitely letting go, as we all say, all light workers say this, what no longer serves you in your spiritual development and growth, right? So I wanted to come today to pull some cards for this energy. But also, we have a solar eclipse coming up April 8th, another time to clear out, to detox. It's spring, right? So, springing forward. So, it's time, like whatever energies we were sitting in, we can move forward as long as we're not in Mercury retrograde, which is coming soon too. And that's going to slow us up a bit, but that's okay because it gives us time to go back to that shadow, to that eclipse energy, and continue to dig out and bring up, right, what needs to be healed within us. So, and we get this energy all the time. It's not new, um, but it serves a purpose to keep repeating it to remind us of what we should be doing because we're distracted heavily in this society. So, the first card, of course, is full moon in Libra, right? A win-win outcome is the forecast. And every time I read that card, I try to see new meaning in it. Um, but definitely with this full moon in Libra, it's saying let go of that which is falling away. That's the attunement to the moon. Let go of that which is falling away. It's time for you to make a firm decision. Now is a great time for a makeover because Libras, they can be a little into the beauty a lot and lovely things. We love that. Um, but I think this is just really about balancing energies, especially in partnerships and friendships. I found myself in situations, um, you know, I've lost some people in my life recently who I really loved, and I found myself in some situations where I definitely, um, you want to be there for the people that you love. But you also, if you're not priming yourself and taking care of you, you can't be a real good asset to anybody else, right? So that's why sometimes I found, especially since my friend Shaman Destiny reminded us of the human design, that I need long periods of solitude. I need time to myself. Um, I'm a mom of three, two living with me who are children still. And in order to help them develop properly, I feel as though I have to be developed properly. So sometimes I take these moments of solitude. And I used to think, am I being funky? And I wasn't. It's just what I need in order for my energy to stay high, to stay vibrating at a certain level. So when you learn these things about yourself, you no longer cast a feeling of guilt or feeling bad for being you, right? Because I allow everyone to be who they are. But I notice either I'm doing this to myself or other people are doing it. They don't allow me to be me. And that's cool, because what I do is I just solitude. So, um, but love is always there, always, in all situations, all relationships and things. So, because that's what Libras do. So that's, look at your partnerships, your relationships, your friendships, and really make sure that you're showing up properly to better serve yourself. And then make sure that they're showing up properly to better serve themselves, which makes a really nice circle of everyone being content in that love, in that happiness, in that allowing, right? So, let me pull some cards because I'm going to switch this camera. I hope I do it right. Okay, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. That's all my stuff. Don't pay no mind to that. All right, what do we have here? So, oops. We have the full moon in Libra. And I'm going to do this live. And I never do this because there's always something weird that happens. But this is for every sign out there, every human being. Just the energy, pretty much, of all the incoming energies that are happening. Okay. The garden and the gate. Anything else? Oh. Door to value and anxiety. So I'm just going to go with those three energy cards for now. And I always like to pull out some goddess cards. A goddess to help us through whatever we're going through. And that way, we get some mama nurturing energy, right? Oops, that's way too many cards. All right. So, we love the goddess deck because, they come through with all the great sister energy, prosperity. So look at... A win-win outcome is forecast, right? But we might have some anxiety about that because we're in a different type of society, right? We're in this society that tells us differently. So sometimes you're going to need a little help with that. We all do. And then we're going to go away with the affirmation today. We're going to affirm our abundance today. A moon one. So I'm going to leave it this way. And we'll read it at the end. And then, of course, my own deck, Happy Light Being Manifestation deck. And I find if you pull these every day and repeat these mantras every day, that's what it helps you to do. You'll start to see the prosperity or the abundance in many different forms come into your life, right? So, let's go with the first one, the garden and the gate. So, this young lady, card number 30, she's sitting here in this beautiful garden. I don't know why she's not going outside the gate. Maybe she feels trapped. Can you see this? Right? Maybe she feels trapped. Why is she not leaving this garden, this gated place? So, abundant prosperity, but staying safe, right? Staying safe. You can be abundant and have prosperity, but stay safe. This card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with colorful flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked while the girl wears a key to the chain around her neck, right? So this is about finance, right? This is about money and your personal pleasures. But you got to be careful. And this is right on time for that full moon Libra eclipse, because something's in the shadow that you can't see. This is why you have to be careful, because there's something in that shadow that you can't see. So don't move too fast, right? But be open to the abundance and the prosperity that is coming to you, right? So I like that. And then we had Door to Value, which is the card right after third. So taking that caution, it bodes well. Also, I think with the new astrological energies coming in, for our new astrological year, Aries kicks that off, the sign of Aries. That's what we're in right now. This is why I decided to come back on camera right now. It's about new beginnings in the finance or career. So once again, this is about money and finance. Strong Venus energy here. Strong Taurian energy here as well as Libra, right? Because we're talking about abundance. We're talking about finances. So that's earthy energy a little bit too, right? Because that Taurian energy, which is the twin to Libra, you know, it's the child. Those are the children of Venus, okay? This card shows a door with a gold coin on it, right? And it's opening to a place that's filled with light and bright potential. Money, coins, and jewels flying towards you. So this, you know, we have to look at this as a time of abundance, right? Of things blooming and blossoming into your life, right? We're scraping away all the dead old leaves and branches and trees and stems, you know, the stems of trees. And we're bringing in new things. We're planting new seeds, right? We're planting new seeds. So even though this is a full moon, we can start to gather in the harvest. Everything that we planted, we can gather now because we're abundant in that now, right? So I want you all to understand that this is a time for that. Even though things may look different on the outside, right? Because of that eclipse, that shadowing. But this is right here. It's right here waiting. Right? And it seems to me we have the key to it. You know, we have the key to this abundance. It's right around our neck. We have the key to go get it whenever we want. There's nothing blocking us now. There's no limits. So we can come and get the things that belong to us. And then the next card that popped out, it's funny that these cards just popped out like this, because anxiety, worry, or distress, we don't have anything to worry about, but we still are worried. And I know this because I've even had these feelings. And I'm a person that teach people about how to be abundant and how to manifest. And I even get these feelings of anxiety, of worry, of distress, because something might happen that I cannot see. It's not real. It's an illusion, right? Stop it. My cat's trying to knock over the phone. But I can't see it at the time because I'm too balled up in that moment, not realizing all this is here. All I got to do is step out of this energy. Step out of the anxiety energy. Step out of the worrying and distress and feeling discomfort and dissatisfied, right? Step out of that. Because this is here, right? It's just shadowed. We can't see it. And maybe that's because we got to go look back at that shadow and clear some things out. Because this is here. It's right there in front of us. A bunch here. Now, this is crazy. Why would this come out? Why would this goddess come out to speak to us if all of this is not true? We're holding ourselves back. We can't do that in this energy because all of this is here for us. Look at her glittering. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving it. Prosperity. It's always here. Prosperity. This whole reading is about prosperity. Okay? Even though, you know, I asked Spirit to give me the cards that would speak to, you know, the energy that we're in, you know, with this lunar eclipse. We have a solar eclipse coming up. That's going to shine bright. That's going to show you everything, right? The lunar eclipse is nighttime, shadow, dark, right? Solar is sun. That's coming up. And we're going to be we're sitting right in it now. That energy is actually here. We don't have to wait for April 8th. It's here. We just got to step into it. But right now we experiencing this anxiety because of that shadow energy, right? So we got to come out of that. So anyway, Abuntia, Goddess Abuntia says, the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. You are very powerful, and I'm here to support your growing power. It's right for you to receive this help as we function as a team. I've heard your prayers, words, and affirmations. I'm pouring my cornucopia of prosperity upon you now. So expect unforeseen windfalls and gifts. Unforeseen windfalls and gifts. Okay? Notice the new ideas, feelings, and visions within you. There's a hawk. These hawks. There has to be a nest around here somewhere. This guidance gives you clear direction about actions to take in conjunction with my sister. Together we're unstoppable. Okay? So be open to receiving. A new windfall of money is coming to you. You have nothing to worry about. Your new venture will be financially successful. Visualize and affirm abundance. Abundance comes to you in many ways, including extra time, support, and ideas. It's not just about money, but it is about money. So, gratefully, I surrender my struggle. That's your magic moon prompt. All right? So, a wonderful affirmation. Gratefully, I surrender my struggle. Surrender. Let go. Let go. I want prosperity for all people. It's my Happy Light Being cards. Please order them at my website, www.happylightbeing.com. I want prosperity for all people. The whole thing. Remember, I said this for everybody. I want prosperity for all people. Say it every day. Say all of these every day. I'll try to put them in the bottom, in the text below the video. But I think if you practice saying these affirmations every day, they really come into life for you. They help all of us. So I hope that this quick reading helped you in some way, shape, or form. I want you to remember, let me talk to you. I want you to remember that we are all in this together. I know, I looked at this movie recently. It was based on a book called Cast. But the movie was called Origin, and it was amazing because it talked about how we allow our skin color, to determine or dictate who we are as human beings. And Cast just showed that a small group of ignorant, evil people got together and decided who was a human and who was not. Who was beneficial to love and who was not. We can't live like that any longer. That's going away. Recently, a bridge collapsed near me, about 30 minutes away from me in Baltimore, Maryland. And the name of the bridge was Francis Scott Key. Now, y'all should really look up the history of Francis Scott Key and understand that he played his role very well when he came in. Big racist, right? Or, a person who did not believe that everyone was a human. So, the bridge collapsed, which I think is very apropos of what's happening in society at a slow rate, but it's happening. Those bridges, those walls of oppression, those bridges of isolation, all of that, they're falling. They're crumbling. And it's happening in real time. So, and I don't look at the news, but it was such a big deal because my son came home and he explained to me how, the ship that all of these huge storage containers were on, filled with supplies for supply orders here in the United States, because Baltimore is a port here where all those things come in. is going to be affected. And he said, they would have had to been 5 miles out in order to turn the ship around or to avert hitting the bridge, because it's like the weight of it is tons and tons of weight, and it's so heavy that it can't just turn like a car wheel. It takes hours for that big ship to turn around. And with these eclipses, I see it as it's going to take some time. So that's why they're coming in succession, for us to turn around, right? And get our lives back on track and alignment as much as possible. So I love being back in front of you all. I have a new phone, so that's why I'm here too. And I'm so happy to be here and to share with you. And I would love to do this maybe tomorrow. I can come in and I'm going to share my list of 10 great women that I listen to on YouTube and the social media platforms. And I hope that you go and like them and support them and subscribe to their channels as well for Women's History Month. I love you all. Please take time to do what makes your soul happy. Y'all know I love that. I can't even find my little thing because I'm cleaning up my little area. I've decided I've started planting some seeds and really getting my area, my spiritual corner cleaned out. I'm burning some sage this morning and, doing some lovely things to bring some really great energy and content to everyone. So have a good day. Be blessed and be happy and be light and be love. Namaste, Necilia.